Recently, we went to visit the Aquabox headquarters in Wirksworth. This is the charity that we are fundraising for, and the charity that's particularly close to our hearts because they are based in a town where we used to live, and I always admired what they do. And we got to meet the trustees and the volunteers who work on the filters, the core part of what Aquabox is all about. And here is Roger showing us how it all works.
That's kind of what it looks like in the aftermath of disasters.
Yeah.
Horrible, grubby, disgusting water. And simply by using this wonderful filter here, you just literally just pump through like that. And as you can see, it's completely clear water now. And there we are. So it's delicious, really good.
There's
Yeah.
some magical device inside there.
It is, yeah. It works. This is a cross section of it. You see, so as I was pumping, the water goes up through that tube there, and then with the downstroke, there's what you call a non-return valve there, so it stops it being expelled out and goes up through these straw membranes here. And there's 500 of these straw membranes. And so as they fill up, you get a small pressure building up. And the water's got nowhere to go. And there are tiny holes in the side of all these little membranes, 0.02 of a micron. So that's, so you imagine you've got 1,000 microns on a pinhead, so really small. And these are small enough to allow water through, but to prevent all waterborne diseases, whether it's cholera, typhoid, dysentery, diarrhea, all those horrible bugs which particularly really sort of knock down children and in sad cases will kill them in the end. So the water that comes through on this tube here, which was what was coming through there, the barrier has stopped all the bugs and nasties coming through, so it's only the safe, clean water which has come through. And so these we've been sending out now for over 15 years, and they have actually, and many of them have lasted for over 10 years in the field, because there's a really clever backflush mechanism. By closing both the tubes and sort of pumping vigorously, everything which has held all the dirt and muck gets forced up into this top chamber here, and then just by opening the red tube, all the dirt and muck gets expelled out, and then it's safe and ready to go all over again. So we've had some of these, we set them up in the Gambia about 10 years ago now, and we go, one of our volunteers goes back at his own expense every year or so to check them out, and they're all still going now after all that. There's just one that isn't going because that got run over by a tractor, unfortunately. So some things you can't countenance really. So but otherwise they're all continuing to run. And we do include a few spares, like in the handle there's a couple of washers which are which actually go on, which are the ones which are on there. So those, because those will sometimes wear out, so those can be replaced. And there's also a little grease pot as well that gets included. So it's almost like a self-sufficient. It's like a sort of a wonder pack, really, that just
That's the word.
keeps the kids going. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
So a question, how much does one of those cost then?
One of these?
Yes, just to give some quantification of how much we raise and how many people you can help.
Well, each of these, because they're all made by our volunteers, it's purely the component parts and the overhead of here, and so £35 each. These cost. That's all. So they can produce. We reckon over a lifetime they'll produce about 500,000 litres of water, something like that. So it's pretty good value for money, really. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. In addition to that, we also send out these large community filters. These are designed for individual families, so they can provide water about 1 litre a minute, and so for about sort of 8 or 10 people. These ones here, they are for schools, for field hospitals, for community centres, and these can provide sufficient water for about 400 people. So for instance, the shipment we sent out to Lebanon, we sent out 240 of these, and we sent out 20 of these. So that's, you know, quickly do the maths around it, it's about 7,000 people that it actually provides water for. So we also sent out our aid boxes, which you have seen on the website, which have all the items when they're sort of fleeing from home and they perhaps move into a displaced persons camp or something like that. They will have they'll have a tent, but not a lot else really. So we try to address that need by sending out aid boxes, which have got, you know, they've got tarpaulins, they've got survival bags, they've got cooking material, they've got hygiene items, education items, and so all those also get included as well. So we also, with the Lebanon ship, we also sent 200 of those boxes as well. So it was a full container to address the needs of, you know, the water, which is first and foremost, but also recognising some people would have some rudimentary shelter, and so we could then sort of, you know, hit that as well.
And when it gets to wherever it's going, how do people know how to work it? Are there instructions in their local language, or how does it work?
If you look around here, you've actually got instructions, which are, in fact, here's the sheet. The instructions are there. You see, they're in 3 different, I think 4 different languages actually. So you've got it in English, you've got it in French, you've also got it in Arabic as well.
انهزت البيوت وطلعنا حس بالارض عم تمشي من تحتي انا يا الله طلعت الاولاد الحمد لله بخير وسلامه صار الحاله كلها قهر.
للأسف لم تنتهي معاناة النازحين في مخيمات شمال غرب سوريا، بل تزداد مع مرور الوقت في حاجتهم للمساعدات الإنسانية المتزايدة، ليكون العامان الماضيان هما الأصعب على من يقطنون ضمن الخيام، فانتشار الأوبئة ومنها الكوفيد إلى الكوليرا، وأخيرا الزلزال المدمر الذي كان له أثر كبير في زيادة معاناتهم. لذلك نسعى لتخفيف من تلك الأعباء المتكررة من خلال توزيع صناديق الأكوابوكس. يتضمن الصندوق عشرات من المستلزمات الأساسية، ومنها أدوات مطبخ وملابس وبعض مستلزمات الخيام. بالإضافة إلى ذلك فلاتر لتنقية مياه الشرب، والتي تعتبر الأهم بالنسبة للكثير من النازحين في الشمال السوري. نأمل من خلال هذه الصناديق أن نكون قد قدمنا يد مساعدة في تحسين الواقع المعيشي الصعب الذي هم به.
سكنة البيت غير، لأنه هلا الخيام تطلع على برا، صرف الصحي من كل خيمين طالع على برا. في كتير شغلات، يعني أقل شيء المي الواحد يكون مهتم فيها. يعني هاي اللي عم نشربه هاي صابتنا أمراض، الله وكيل. أنا عندي ابن ضل 17 يوم بالمشفى عم يعاني من تلوث المياه، وهلا في مرض منتشر الكوليرا. فلتر المي يعني بتريح نفسيتك إنه تشرب مي صافية، مي صحية، مي نقية.